This is the story of Cleanthony Early, who was backdoored by a stripper in New York City. Watch to the end, hit that like button.
Home surveillance video captured Knicks forward Cleanthony Early and his Uber driver desperately running door to door, asking for help.
New details about the New York Knicks player shot in Queens overnight.
Police say they were targeted and followed, and eventually Early was robbed and shot just down the block behind me.
Making the play and the bounce pass to Early for the top. Cleanthony bouncing to ecstasy.
Police say Cleanthony Early was robbed and shot when a group surrounded his Uber car.
It was madness in the middle of the night.
He was reportedly followed when he walked out of a gentleman's club in Maspeth, Queens.
24-year-old Early and his girlfriend were in an Uber car and on their way home when suddenly 3 cars boxed in the vehicle about a mile away from the strip club.
Early went to Cityscape's bar to meet a local stripper who has a reputation for setting people up. This mistake will cost him his NBA career.
I just wasn't paying attention. I was shaken up. This is absolutely crazy. The tall gentleman is shot in the leg.
Early left the Cityscape strip club in Queens in an Uber car with his girlfriend around 4 this morning. Police say Early was followed from the club by 6 men for more than a mile, riding in separate vehicles and wearing ski masks. The gunman eventually boxed Early's cars in near Tyler and Maurice Avenues, taking his gold chains from around his neck and his gold teeth from inside his mouth. They also stole his cash and cell phone and then shot him in the right knee. The gunman also took the Uber driver's identification. The Uber driver sped away until he got to 64th Street.
Maybe had I known that he was shot in the leg, I would have looked closely. But he walked to the ambulance. He walked to the ambulance on his own, like without any help.
Early is now at New York Presbyterian Hospital in stable condition. His teammates Crispus Porzingis and Jose Calderon sent out tweets asking for prayer.
Anthony Early was shot in the knee and robbed while leaving a strip club late last night. According to multiple reports, Early was leaving a Queens, New York strip club around 1 a.m. with his girlfriend in an Uber cab. That's when 3 cars boxed in Early's vehicle and pulled him out of the back seat. 4 to 6 men then surrounded the Knicks forward, 2 of them reportedly with guns. They took cash, gold chains, and even gold caps from Cleanthony's teeth. Now, Early was taken to the hospital and is now in stable condition. The Knicks released a statement this morning saying in part, "We are aware of what occurred with Cleanthony Early this morning and are relieved that he is not in a life-threatening situation."
Gentlemen's club, according to police sources. The 24-year-old was reportedly held up after getting into an Uber and was then surrounded by 4 to 6 men who robbed him of his items, which included gold caps on his teeth, jewelry, 2 gold chains, an iPhone 6, and cash. The Uber driver was also robbed and his ID was stolen. Early's injuries do not appear to be life-threatening. In 10 games played with the Knicks this season, Early is averaging under 4 minutes and 1 point per game following a stint in the D-League.
About 4 to 6 masked men surrounded them and pulled Early from the back seat, holding him up with semi-automatic pistols. The men told Early, "Give me everything you got." Early handed over his cash, gold caps on his teeth, and 2 gold chains, as well as his iPhone 6, sources said, before one of the men shot Early in the right knee. The Uber driver was also robbed and the men took his ID. Early was taken to Elmhurst Hospital in stable condition and was later being transported to another hospital. His injury does not appear to be life-threatening. The Knicks released a statement acknowledging the shooting. Early grew up in the Bronx and is in his 2nd season with the Knicks. He was drafted in 2014 after attending Wichita State. Employees with the Gentlemen's Club declined to comment. 24-year-old Early and his girlfriend were in an Uber car and on their way home when suddenly 3 cars boxed in the vehicle about a mile away from the strip club.
You guys saw last weekend in Indianapolis. And there is Cotton making the play and the bounce pass to Early for the top. Cleanthony bouncing to ecstasy.
Cleanthony Early currently plays for Lebanon. He was drafted to the NBA in 2014 after leading Wichita State to the Final Four, where he was named All-American. He had a career-ending injury after he was shot at leaving the strip club with his girlfriend. He was backdoored by the stripper who dropped his location. She's known throughout the city, and that wasn't the first time she did it or last. She actually currently is facing federal charges for setting up another guy early this year. He actually didn't grow up too far from where the incident occurred. He's from the Bronx, New York. He should have knew better than to trust these strippers he was linking up with, who he met on Instagram just to show love at their bar. They came off with like $9,000 and had to split it like 8 ways. So he never got to reach his full potential because the Knicks cut him right after.
I'm outside, I'm trying to get with you. This no free car, this a rental. Spin your blocks and shots out the window. Free my dog up out that candle.